I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts were on the Ahsoka show, because we didn't really deliberate post show, but mighty golly, what a show it was. How did you feel about it, MJ? Because we didn't watch it with you.
No, so I am still uncertain if all release times are going to be the same, and if so, that means no watch parties on my side, but I will get to watch them with Miss MJ because it is at a decent time. But it was a roller coaster of emotions, honestly. I had my pros and cons, I'd say, reactions wise.
What was one of the cons?
Everything was predictable.
Yeah, I felt that as well, slightly.
You're gonna like watching shows with me, man. I predict everything.
Yeah,
And the gut stabbing, like that. R.I.P. Qui-Gon, man. He's the only one that actually got the full potential of what a lightsaber feels like, because he's dead.
Hey, to be fair to that one though, Qui-Gon got messed up, you know.
True.
Got stabbed down the middle.
Yeah, we also got to talk locations, you know, because if I'm getting stabbed right here, I'm wearing that shit, you know, I'm wearing it. But if I'm getting stabbed down the middle,
That's your spine.
through the spine, and Darth Maul, he was holding that thing in there for some time too, you know.
Yeah, it's Jover at that point.
He was holding that bad boy in there.
Didn't he care?
He also, like, there was also a lot of time between when Qui-Gon died and Obi-Wan killing Maul. Like, there was at least 12, 15 minutes. So he's just sitting there.
A good fight.
Yeah, so every other sequence, like, we're not going to talk about Reva, okay? We're not going to talk about Reva because that bitch is on God mode. But every other time that we've seen a gut stabbing, they've kind of had either help instantly or they've been rushed to a med station. So I get it, but at the same time, I would have liked to have seen just like a missing limb, because you can replace a missing limb, but they just have this stabbing asphyxiation, and I don't know why. Someone's got to be
somebody in half at that point.
At that point, you know.
If I'm not putting my lightsaber in somebody, bro, you know, it just ain't the same.
That's how it feels, man. Like, we've seen 3 people get stabbed now, and they've all lived. GI, and I get GI because he has 2 stomachs. He got stabbed in one of them. But Reva lived because she was on God mode.
Yeah, no, 4 people have been like stabbed. No, 5, 4 to 5, and have lived. It's really unfortunate, but I want to get to my favorite reaction, definitely, of the show.
For sure.
So at me and my most hype moments with this show was the music, the score, straight amazing feels. Like, it was just happiness, magical. The Star Wars in the prime of music, you know what I mean? The best way I could put it. And the way that they introduced these 2 new characters in particular was outstanding. Basically a home run, if you ask me, just out of the ballpark.
I agree. Shin Hati especially, and I know you're feeling that character 100%, 100p on a stack. Shin Hati she was sick. Like, I didn't expect her to be. She was kind of like a pit bull on a leash, and then Baylan took her off the leash, and then went crazy on it. Baylan, I didn't expect to be as like stoic as he was. Like, he's rather chill. And the brother had like 2 hallway scenes where he was like no emotion, absolutely focused. He was tight.
He's got his own hallway scene.
Yeah, I thoroughly. And you know what? Like, the thing that I loved about that opening scene, not only did it feel like Star Wars because they're coming out of their shuttle, the smoke machines going.
It was straight episode 1 Phantom Menace Obi-Wan Qui-Gon moment.
Yeah.
And it was just the straight up Uno reverse.
And
Like-
the thing that was absolutely bonkers, they weren't there to slaughter people, but they brought it upon themselves. They were literally just gonna go grab Morgan, get up out of there, and no one had to die. But bro had to be insulting, you know? Bro had to get cocky with it. Like, I don't think you're a Jedi. You're lying.
He's like, you're right.
That was sick, and
It was a well delivered.
100%. Jute, what was your favorite and least favorite part?
Favorite part was Chopper being a little terrorist, talking his shit. Least favorite part was probably towards the end of episode 2, where they're just sitting there yapping, looking
Who?
at the planet. Morgan,
Oh, okay.
2 homies.
Do you want cheap, fast, reliable, and safe coins for Madden 24, NBA 2K24, or EAFC 24? Well, look no further than my friends at buymmog.com and use code TEEKO at checkout for 10% off. We're gonna grab 1 million Madden coins real quick. Go to our cart, head into checkout, type in the code TEEKO, and see your 10% off. Buymmog.com and use code TEEKO at checkout.
That was probably my least favorite, because it was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling her as a character because she's kind of too cartoonish, and like she's always has a mean expression on her face. She's always like growling and giving these really weird commands to people.
She got some.
Who are we talking about?
Too.
Morgan Elsbeth, the Night Sister.
I loved her in this show in particular. Like, she gave me goosebumps in this show compared to Mando. Like, I felt like her position as a character, like role, was 2 different characters. Her role in Mando was Morgan, but in this, it's still Morgan, but with the tag Night Sister.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like her body motion and everything, her lines, the way she presented it was just astounding, dude. Straight up.
I have a chronic dislike of villains who are like villains in their own head, and like they're just always giving weird expression. Like Reva, I hated Reva because she fucking growled every chance that she got. Like when Obi-Wan saved Leia from that like those spice people, and she busts open the door, she's like, "Where are they?" It's like, no one talks like that, man. No one's growling.
Batman does.
Batman's built different than Reva, I gotta be honest. But the thing with what you said, Jute, with Chopper, I felt like that was such a sick scene in and of itself, because it showed Chopper's personality too. And anytime that you can take a droid or a unhuman character and add that personality to him, like it kind of just you buy into that scene a whole lot more. And I thought that shit was hilarious when he was like smacking on the ship when he was getting shot at, and he's like, "Fly, bitch, the fuck you doing?" It was a good scene for sure. Fred, what about you? What was your favorite and least favorite thing about it?
So in general, just learning more about Baylan, I think is probably my favorite, because like a lot of people like were like super hyped to see this character come into the show, and I really think they didn't let us down at all. You know, like I think he's looking really good right now. So hopefully we get some more from him. You know, as far as least favorite, like it's only 2 episodes deep, so I can't really say I have anything that I hated about it, particularly. So. Yeah, but as far as liking, I definitely like what we saw from Baylan so far. We're definitely going to see something happen in between like him and Ahsoka at some point, where they just have a straight up conflict. They're gonna clash. They're gonna touch swords, so to speak.
Bro, I didn't realize how big he was, bro. Like, he's a big ass dude, man.
Yeah, and the thing is,
Tank.
he's looking for Thrawn to get stronger. Like, you already look like a badass. You survived Order 66. Like, what more? You know,
Mhm.
like what else can you learn?
Dude, he is insane. Someone was saying that, like, say he was a normal Jedi or Jedi Knight, not a Jedi Master quite yet. Even he probably could be. He's got like gray hairs, so they could make him stand out as older. But someone was saying it'd be hilarious if he was like Pong Krell's apprentice. And that would make sense why he was so like out of it, and that's why. But dude, he was awesome. Like, and it sucks. It really sucks that he's passed away, man. Because based off of these 2 episodes alone, I would want to see this man's backstory, because he is just so fucking sick. He's still using his original lightsaber, literally just probably mixed up the crystals a little bit. I want to know what's up with Shin Hati, her backstory. Like, it's nuts how well that they've done it so far with these first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I agree. It is pretty entertaining. So
And that's what I would say is my favorite thing, is just these 2 episodes for world building purposes. My fucking god, we've already established so much, and there's already so many things that we still haven't even touched upon. Like, we've not even seen Thrawn yet, and we have this insane character builds going on. So I'm hyped. I think episode 3 is supposed to be like another slight world building episode, and then 4, 5, 6 we're getting into the mix of things with a solid 7 and 8 to finish things off. So I'm hyped, and this is obviously also just a drop in the bucket, because this is the beginning of what's to be a ceremonious trilogy with Ahsoka season 2, and then the movie. So we still have so much to do and so much to cover, that for 2 episodes as a debut, I think it really can't go any better than it was, especially with the expectations and pressure upon these 2 episodes. You have to say that they delivered.